My topic for today is lima beans. Just kidding. I do like a lima bean. It's not. I'm not going to tell you my topic. That's silly. I'm going to give you hints. Are you ready?
Can I guess? Can I guess it? Can I guess it? Can I guess it?
The first one
Whoa,
is...
was that the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Heck yeah.
Now, you can only phone a friend if you phone your mom, Donna.
Deal.
Okay.
I will call her, and she will answer.
She will answer for like...
Oh my gosh.
And then she'll tell us
okay,
what
I'll
she
keep that
ate
in
for
my
lunch.
back pocket one day.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
My topic is also... It's not only a thing, but it's a law in some places.
Okay. Your topic for today is not only a thing, but it's also a law in some places?
Yeah.
Interesting. So, okay, it's not only is it a thing, it's a law in some places.
In
okay,
some
interesting.
places.
Carry on.
Number 2. Cockroaches can help my topic. Yeah, it can kind of aid in... Yeah.
Cockroaches can help your topic? Okay, yeah. So far, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea.
Well, I'm going to give you another little
bring it
animal
home
hint.
with the third.
Bring it home with the third, and it rhymes with a bird, which is what the hint is. A bird creates its own of this to incubate its eggs.
Okay, hang on. It's a thing and a law in some places. Cockroaches help it, and birds create it to insulate its eggs.
Incubate.
To incubate its eggs. You stumped me.
I stumped you.
No idea what today's topic is.
Call you a log because you just got stumped.
No!
Today's topic is composting. It's the scientific melody. It's the scientific melody. Scientific melody with Molly and Max. Now, because I thought that birds. Now I knew you were going to ask a question. I thought you were going to ask about the cockroaches. Listen to this. Ready?
Honestly, cockroaches, you can tell me they do anything, and I'd be like, that makes sense.
They wear roller skates.
They do whatever they want. Yeah.
They're really fast.
Fair. They're really tiny. They're kind of cute, actually.
They study Spanish as a second language.
Oui?
That's French.
Oh, dang it.
Okay. Cockroaches. So you would think, ooh, keep them out of your trash. They're just gonna keep being in trash and like be all over my house. Well, that might be true. However, they apparently, and I did know that they are one of the cleanest bugs. Did you know that? Like cockroaches are nasty, but they're self-cleaning.
I did not know that.
Yes.
That's actually pretty impressive.
They are naturally a clean bug, and they're hungry and able to produce compost without a smell. So you can buy cockroaches which can't climb to minimize the danger of them escaping the compost container. So you can buy them that don't.
So you can buy specific composting cockroaches.
Yes.
That is wild.
And gross.
And disgusting.
Okay, but here we are, Max, and I've just told you that fun fact about cockroaches.
You have blown my mind a little bit.
But the wild thing is I still haven't told you what composting is.
Well, get into it.
What
are you waiting for? Why are we talking about cockroaches? Get into composting.
Tell me what your definition of composting is.
Okay, my idea of composting is using compostable scraps.
Yeah.
So like trash that is compostable, so like food, and you use it to assist in the growing of future food.
Yeah, it kind of becomes its own soil. You compost your old scraps, like you said, and it becomes soil that we can use to regrow things, and it's all natural.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's definitely. Well, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself because I have my notes in an order, but I was just ready to tell you a fun fact there. But I'll wait for it, and I'll tell you when I get there.
Save it.
I'll savor it just like savoring the compost. All right. Now, so composting is usually done in a bin or in a heap where organic and natural waste mix together, and over time it forms crumbly little fertilizer, which is good for little yummy, yummy plants, and it mixes into the soil. When it does that, it helps the plant. So remember when one of my hints was that it's a law in some places?
Yes, and now that makes sense.
Yes, because where do we live, Max?
We live in California.
So starting this year, in the year 2022, California has a new composting law for its residents. So we can no longer, my friend Max, just throw our food waste away, our organic waste. We can't put that into the trash. We must put it in a compostable bin and then dispose of it.
I did actually know about this law in California, and I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's amazingly cool. And I've been doing this. We have a green bin outside where we put our
Look at you.
Our sticks and our stones that don't break our bones or our mother's backs. And now we put all of our food, honestly, we do. So we usually just like at the end of our cooking, we have a brown bag. Often with HelloFresh, they come in a brown bag. And we'll just do our little chop. And we'll put our scraps in there. And then that brown bag can also be composted. So we just take it out there. But now that
I didn't know that either. That's cool.
now that it's becoming a law and we're really practicing about getting really good, because it's so easy to be like, oh, the trash can is just right there. So now we went to IKEA and we have a little, I can show it to you sometime, a little bin. It just opens on up and we have a compostable, compostable bag that looks like a grocery bag you'd put lettuce in. It's just a little compostable bag. And you put your scraps in there and we keep it under the sink. You can't smell it. It's great. And then as soon as it's filled up, we take it outside.
It's amazing.
So here, according to California law, the food that can be recycled are coffee grounds, coffee filters, non-nylon tea bags, fruit and vegetable scraps, even the moldy parts, eggshells, used and dirty paper food containers, juice pulp, paper towels and tissues, and paper plates. But some cities accept more food items, so you just have to check with your local municipality to know exactly what is approved in your area. Yeah.
Check out compostingcouncil.org.
So why don't I tell you some benefits of composting?
Molly, you know what I would want, what I would love more than anything right now is for you to tell me some benefits of composting.
Tell you some benefits. Here we go. Enriches the soil, helping retain moisture and
hang on.
Okay.
Whoa.
Sorry. I got into. You gave me a beat and I went with it.
Yeah, I know, but I want to learn.
So composting enriches our soil, right? Because it's like,
Cool.
yeah. It helps retain moisture and suppress plant diseases and pests. It reduces the need. This is my big one. It reduces the need for chemical fertilizers. I do not like when I walk around and I see people using like, what's that fertilizer called that causes cancer?
Roundup?
Roundup. It's not good.
Yeah.
Stop using it. Kids, if you see your parents using Roundup, round them up and have a conversation.
Hell.
This is not good. We don't want Roundup. We want natural stuff.
So composting enriches the soil, it protects the plants, and it eliminates the need to use chemical pesticides.
And can I just blow your mind a little bit right now?
Please.
Composting encourages the production of beneficial bacteria and fungi that break down organic matter and just have so many rich nutrients.
That's amazing.
When we waste food, do you know that we're not only wasting food, we're wasting the energy and the water and the time that it took to grow that food. We're wasting the harvest and transport and the packaging. We're wasting all of that when we waste food. If you put your food, this is true. And this is something that my husband told me, like, before we even knew about this new law, this is something we switched our trash bags over to all like compostable, because if you have food scraps in a plastic trash bag or whatever they're made out of, mostly just your normal run-of-the-mill hefty, when the food starts to rot and it's inside of that plastic, it produces methane. A greenhouse gas that is even more potent than carbon dioxide.
That's wild.
So because when you compost instead, that eliminates that factor of emitting that gas, we're helping to tackle what? Global warming.
Yeah.
Yes, organic waste does not decompose in the dark, low oxygen conditions that you would find in a landfill. No. Instead, it produces these greenhouse gases that are just gonna, not be good for our environment.
Absolutely.
So we need.
You are on fire today.
And you know what? Soon the world will be if we don't start composting. Methane, it's such a main contributor.
That's
Methane
crazy.
is a main contributor to global warming. So just by composting, we're just helping the world so much. It's a main thing.
And all we have to do is just start composting?
All we have to do is compost. That's it. I mean, that's our little.
Seems pretty simple.
No,
It's not all we have to do, but it's an easy thing that
but
we
you
can
know what?
do.
As far as an individual person living in a home, this is a huge impact. You're reducing your carbon footprint.
No, that really is incredible. And I think, like you mentioned, the law in California is we actually have to start doing that now, which is amazing. I think the thing about the California law that makes me really excited is that means that so many restaurants are no longer going to throw their food away. They're going to compost it.
When I was reading about our new law, I think a lot of the food too that still is edible and has not
Has to get donated.
gets donated to food banks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing. Molly, how can I want to start
Okay.
composting in my house.
Okay.
I live in an apartment in Los
Okay.
Angeles. I'm surrounded by the concrete
my
jungle of
goodness.
unforgiveness.
Unforgivable.
Sadness.
Unforgivable.
No, so if I wanted to start composting in my one-bedroom apartment in LA,
Yeah.
how can I start?
So a question for you then, Max, is do you by chance, when you go take your trash out, you know how there's like a blue garbage container and then your regular, usually it's like black, or maybe it's a big black, like, a big.
Yep.
So those are for recycled goods, are for the blue, in the blue bin,
Yep.
and the black bin is usually regular trash. But then a lot of times, and maybe not everybody has this, but a lot of times you've got that green bin for your yard scraps. Do you have that?
I think I do.
Okay.
But I'll have to check.
So I think you might too. And if you don't, here's another thing. So you're in your house. You don't have one of these bins in your house. You don't want to just keep running out like we used to do because we're really good people. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. But you can get any container that has a lid. So this could even be a Tupperware container. You just maybe want to line it with a compostable paper towel or something so it's easier to kind of clean up. Or you just leave it in a Tupperware and you put all of the scraps that you've looked up and that are approved where you live that you can compost, and you just keep it. And you know what? You can start creating your own soil. Or say you don't want to do that. Say you want to take it out into your bin that's green, do that. Just empty it out into there. Or say you don't have that. Maybe you have a local garden that you can bring your composting scraps to so that they're using it as soil. Because maybe you don't have plants. Maybe you don't have a green thumb. You don't want to use it.
Really, genuinely, all I would need to do to start composting
You just need a Tupperware.
is to get a Tupperware, and then I can put the approved types of food scraps, like leftover food, in the Tupperware, seal it with the lid, and I just leave it.
And you just leave it.
That's so easy. And the coolest part about all of this is that your boy Max just got
a wrinkle on his brain. Yeah.
Whoa.
I felt composting spirits inside of me. They wanted to get out. And the key is C. C for compost.
There you go. That was great.
Not all trash is trash. That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. Food waste and kitchen scraps can be recycled, composted in a box or a bucket or a bag. And that organic matter breaks down, creating soil pure and rich, so pure, so rich, saving space in our landfills. We give back to the earth. It's such an easy switch. It's such an easy switch. Don't toss things like old produce in the trash. Put them in your composting bin. Put them in your bin. Put them in your bin. Mother Earth will feel better about that choice. She'll give back more to us. It's a win-win. Not all trash is trash. That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
Sedgwick's Nebula.